bad in the refugee camp because there was no, the security was bad. Whenever the people they go to the forest to get the firewood, and then they will face rob and all that. Even at night when they are living in tents. Not like normal houses. In tents. I mean, whatever food you get from UNHCR, and then there is some gangs. They come over and steal, and then in the morning you don't have no food, so you can't go any work because there is no work is in the refugee camp. So the life it was very critical.
The Somali Bantu was a polygamous society, so when they come here, they have to learn about, one wife, and and it's a hard thing for them because for the men when they get here, they have to choose one wife, and if they had three or four, instantly those other two or three women are single mothers, instantly. So we have a lot of single mothers, and you have to help them with behavioral problems because before they didn't have to deal with all of that. They teach one thing on the refugee camp about how, America is this golden place and everything. And when they get here, they put them in places like CUNY Homes and Clayton Homes on the Housing Authority, where it's low income properties, and they don't really learn true American life because they're getting I guess the ghetto mentality, and so and they're learning, and a lot of them learn the American way by imitation, and so we see a lot of the kids, they imitate the life of the kids that's living in the in the areas where they are, and they actually start getting some of the attributes, the characteristics of the individuals that live there, like not wanting to get their citizenship or not wanting to go to school, or they like the life in the low income property. So we have to, like, we're steadily motivating them. A lot of them were getting ready to be evicted, but they didn't understand what their HUD lease or what the things they had to do to be on the housing authority property, what they had to do, they didn't understand, and the communication was so horrible.
As Ms. Star mentioned about the mostly the women, because number one is the language barrier. The language barrier, even they cannot find the high rate jobs. The job only they can find is only the level entry, like dishwashing and assembly. So that is the which cannot, even if they are not living in the public housing, the outside rent, cannot afford, to pay. So that's why, some mostly they end up to go to the public housing, and then passing the interview for to become a US citizen. It's kind of the challenge because they don't speak English, and if you don't answer, all the U.S. history, and then you may not pass. So that is the some of the depression people are facing. So up to now, like few people get their citizenship, like five or four, but majority of the people, we're still working with them, but it's very challenging, very hard, for them to get, and it's kind of depression.
And most Somali Bantus communicate via My Mai,
My mind,
right?
yeah.
And My Mai is not a written language.
Is
So
it?
when we are working with ESL and trying to teach them, it's hard to do it because it's not a written, it's only verbal.
Okay.
And a lot of them, and they're really a small community, a village of individuals. So education was not something that was really big with them. So teaching them is actually like teaching your 3-year-old, your 2 or 3-year-old. Like you have to start from the bottom. So we actually had developed a pre-literate ESL course to actually focus on getting
somebody must have